Hi everyone, this is Jan and I wanted to show you this little mini that I created for a new friend of mine named Karen. It actually is an addendum to the other mini book that I did specifically for our trade on Tradewin scrappers for February. This is just a bonus. Actually, it's what happens when you are way ahead of yourself in your ideas and your creativity and have more ideas than you can actually fit in one place. And since I created these things for Karen, I decided that the things that are in here I created for her, and even though there wasn't room for them over here, I was just going to create a little something for her to hold them in. And this is what I came up with, and it's very simple. I created the front and the back by collaging and doing some multimedia using tissue paper and all sorts of collage things. And if you're interested, I'll be happy to do a tutorial on how to do that. But it's a really quick way to make a very unique and one-of-a-kind kind of cover. I use it to cover books, but this I just did with some chipboard. And then I'm binding it with some cardstock that I ran through the Cuddle Bug. So anyway, this particular little book is just for you, Karen, and you can use it for whatever you like. I'm using some vintage seam binding, and it looks like it's really a book, but it's just a little... It was something to hold two elements that I was not able to put into this book. This is a frame that actually is a place card. I got them at Michael's. They came in a pack of, I don't know, 12 maybe. And it's a place card, and normally you can just stand it up. It has a little stand on the back, but I tore that off. It has a place where you can put a picture in here, and I just put a stamped image. But I collaged over it some of the paper and then did this little picture of a boy on a bicycle, and all of that is just Mod Podge on here. And then I made it into a little fold out where I could write a note to Karen and put my stamp that I had created this for. This really was the element that caused this whole additional element to be made. And I saw this somewhere on YouTube, and I so loved it. And I wanted to do one for Karen. And you can just see it's kind of a thick thing when I got through with it, and so it wasn't going to fit over here. But I know that I saw this in somebody's YouTube video, and have you seen these where they fold up this way? So you've got a place to put pictures or put some extra tags in here. But then they also fold this way. And then they fold out this way, and you can put some tags, and here's a little tag that I did to go in here with some glimmer mist and stamping and embossing. Used some Coordinations cardstock on the other side, distressed it. Did another little distress emboss tag here. Just some more of those vintage images. And then there's a place for a tag here. And kind of kept these tags all in the same theme, where the back of them was done with Coordinations cardstock that I ran through the Cuddle Bug, distressed by sanding it to reveal the core color, and then did some glimmer mist on them to make them shimmery. And the other side was Distress Inks, glimmer mist. I don't know if you have noticed this, but I found that when I use my Distress Inks first and put them on the paper and then go and do the glimmer mist on top, because the Distress Inks react with water, it gives them that the glimmer mist actually reacts with them and gives it a watercolor feeling. So I love how that turns out. And you can see that when I was working on this, I really was intending for it to go over there. This had a family ties kind of feel to it. So let me start from, do the whole opening thing, and then I'll go back. So here's what it looks like. It opens this way, it opens out like this, and then it opens out like this. Isn't that cool? Let me finish showing you this, and then I'll show you how I finally figured out how to put it together. I hadn't ever seen anything that showed how to put it together, and it took me a little while to figure it out. So instead of you having to do that, I will show you. This, I did a little pocket here with the edge. This is a Martha Stewart, the hydrangea edge punch that I just did along the edge. Right here, sorry. I had that out of frame. And then a little tag with some embossing on it. And then another one of the tags that has the embossing and distress with the Coordinations cardstock on the back. And then this one, put another one of those vintage images, and then again with the distress. So if you have not seen how to make this, again, let me show you. I love how you just have so much surface area to work with, and lots of places for tags and that sort of thing. This is a Tattered Angels frame that comes with their alphabet, and I did just a lot of glimmer mist and distressing on that and left it open so that she could put a picture in there. So how do you make this lovely little thing? Well, basically you need 3 envelopes, and really you can use any size envelope. Obviously this one was a little bit bigger. These are ones I'm going to use for another one, but you seal them, and then you want to just trim off the edge of the opposite side of where the flap is. See that? So you do 3 of those that way. And then you fold 2 of them in half. And the third one you fold in half. And then bring it back. And you just can eyeball it. I did not measure. Here's what I did. I made sure that my tag would fit up in here. That was the determining factor of that size. I wanted it to have a nice smooth fit. But with these openings, like you saw in here, you can put lots of tags in there. So here's what I figured out. You take your 2 envelopes with the openings up, and you put them back to back like this. So there's a little. Then you take your third one that you have folded on both sides, making sure the opening is at the top, and you insert it down over the top of those 2. So what you end up with is, oops, let me close it up here. You end up with your ability to open this way, open it up this way, and then this folds back, opens up this way, and this way folds back. So just 3 envelopes. This is the trickiest part of the whole thing, and you're just, kind of looks like a bird, doesn't it? Or an airplane without a snout on it. But very simple, and I think it makes a great little. Anyway, that is why I ended up doing the additional book for Miss Karen. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment.